Hello and welcome to another playthrough. If you didn't see before, I did my previous playthrough going through Welkenbare Mine. Please do check that out, I'll put the link in the description. But for today we have something a little bit different. Welkenbare, I'd been through before, I'd seen it. Of course, every time you go through one of these experiences it can be unique, and it is unique. But because everything is also pre-written, I understood some of the aspects of what's going to happen. Today, however, we are jumping into something I've been told by one of the writers to, and that is a place called Welkenbare. Now, I don't have much information going into this one, so I'm going blind, but I have been told this is a little bit different, and once again, the danger is pretty high, so I gotta be careful and be ready for anything, I guess. I also understand the easiest way to get there, so we've just started the game here. We've come through the prologue. We are again Growl, the half-orc barbarian, with our trusty great axe in it. A few copper to our name, so let's walk into the tavern. This is where, I'm sure if any of you have played the game before, or even seen the playthroughs, we can find Tabitha, who works at the tavern and is often the most useful person for me. She is someone who is, thankfully, relatively kind and happy to give directions when it is needed. So as we can see here, we've come in, explained a bit of the tavern. We can see the animated background going, the music changing, which we love to see. We love the immersion. Within the tavern, we have a whole list of people that we don't know their names yet. But of course, I personally know a lot of these people here. That all changes, but as is mentioned here, the stocky woman with the greying blonde hair, that is of course Tabitha, who we will consistently find in the Golden Pig Tavern. Let's see, if we walk up to the bar, potentially she will start a conversation with us. And I'm hoping, yeah, I understand she does know this location. I'm hoping she'll be kind enough to give that location over to us so that we can head there. So reading this, she's here, not necessarily in the best of moods by the looks of it, but what matters is, will she help us out? Let's see. On the place, we're new to the town. Maybe she'll be nice enough to just tell us where it is. Tabitha, I do find generally will be kinder. There are some others which will be more likely to either require gold or just not tell us at all. So, as you can see, thankfully, she has told us where Welkenbare Quarry is, through the hills. Let's just head there. Let's head to the quarry. We do have a few mines and quarries across Ebstone. Ebstone itself was essentially a mining town, a mining region. Since it has gone into a bit of disrepair, people here are not always the kindest, but this is one of our new quarries which has been added in, and I'm going to need to focus up a little bit and work out what's going on. So we've left the tavern, headed towards Welkenbare. It's taken us an hour on the tracks, and this area itself is mist-shrouded. We can hear there's still lightning in the background here. I wonder if the mist-shrouded lip is a little bit of a sign of what's to come. Are we about to enter a place quite like that? It's late afternoon, the light is fading. Now is the better time than ever. Let's head inside. Now, if anyone watched the Welkenbare Mine playthrough, once I went inside the mines, against my own advice in fact, I decided to just walk deeper. I didn't decide to check around for traps or look for safety or I just went deeper, so I'm not going to do the same here. That almost got me killed. Let's take it a little bit slow here. So we descend the stone ramp. Cold mist coils around your shins. So this, of course, the Alzheimer mine was very much hot and fire. This seems almost on the other end of that spectrum right now. The air inside is cooler. There we go. Heavy, wet stone. Something faintly sour. Daylight dies. I pause, axe balanced. Nothing moves. Okay. This time we're going to carefully move deeper. Let's see. You do often have to have a think, especially from the outside when you don't have too much information. When you're coming into these things, if you want to play it a bit slower, and maybe if I wasn't trying to show off some new content, it's often about coming to these places, gathering some information, and maybe leaving, getting what we think is going to be useful in this, and then coming back. Of course, I'm not doing that, but these are things that is good to get used to, especially because the game itself, Tidefall, it doesn't hold back. This is not something where you're always going to get the easy way out of. You're always going to escape danger. If you put yourself in a bad position that's unprepared, your character will experience that. So now we have entered deeper into the quarry, come into the arch. We can see it very much is this kind of colder, wet area. There's condensation all over the walls. We go, we're advancing with curiosity or cautiously, as I was hoping. Nothing quite happening so far. The area is a little spooky. I almost get the feeling that, is there a haunting? What is going on? There's only one way to find out. There were no signs of life, in all honesty. I'm used to areas with scarids. There's quite a few scarid tribes. They often leave their marks. You can see from the outside were their prints, nothing of the sort was mentioned to us. In all fairness, we didn't actually spend too long outside. We could have definitely spent longer trying to work out what's inside. But for now, we've kind of just come into this mist. I hope the mist itself is okay for us, but nothing is suggesting that we're being put to sleep or anything of the such. So we plant each step. Good. We're really testing, not setting off any traps this time. Okay, the tunnel's come into a rough chamber. The rear wall has collapsed. Got a natural cavity. And okay, wow, I see. We have fist to barrel size leathery eggs are wedged into the rocks, stone colored, with a faint blue light. Side one's cracked egg, something stirs. A pale lava shape, pulsing like a leech. I see now. I see. I was told this one was a little different. So, okay, we have eggs. We have some big eggs, and we have some larvals. How are we gonna approach this? So I'm thinking eggs. I'm thinking, well, first of all, is the mother around? Because whatever is laying these eggs is not small. That's number one. Secondly, what are we going to do with these eggs? Because part of me wants to eat one. Is that strange? Is that bad? Maybe, I mean, one of them is fist size, so maybe very gently. Let's be very gently. Grab 2 fist size ones. Let's take 2. I mean, maybe these could sell well. I don't I don't know. I don't know. I do know I want to take them. That could be worth some gold. That could be worth some good money, in fact. Let's see what goes on here. Crouch. Okay, they're warm, slick. Okay, seems the eggs have settled. Nothing bursts, no has to change his silence. Okay, good, good. Silent, nothing bursting. Maybe now I'd want to leave. This already seems like a good point where I could consider this a bit of a victory. I go in, I've got some weird eggs. That might be the human reaction. Me, myself, right now, we're gonna go. Of course we're gonna go deep. Let's check this place out. Wonder. We have a few very large creatures in Tidefall, and of course, as you know, this is a game we're working on and expanding. We also get some new creatures. In fact, one of my favorite things is when I speak to the writers and they're actually showing off some concepts of these new creatures in this world. I think they can be incredibly cool. It's one of my favorite things to interact with. So I'm quite excited to see if their mother is even around. Maybe this is. Eggs have been left. They did say they were warm. That does suggest that they're relatively recent. We'll see. So we rise. We go. No footprints. Okay, really reinforcing that this is probably not a place of any scarred life and activity. The only exit is a narrow throat ahead. Black granite. Dull blue crystals. Okay. This is fine. In fact, we might, on the way back, want to collect some of those blue crystals. It does say dull, but you know, especially when you come into Tidefall, straight off the beach, straight off the boat, everything you've been through, you don't have much. Really a few copies of your name, so collecting anything which can sell, and some of this stuff can't sell, but maybe you could use it. There's a lot of uses for different items. I find collecting things to sell is probably my favorite way of getting the first injection of money, especially considering the larger sums of money, which are from some of the bounties and things you'll find around, are usually very, very risky. Very risky. We can see the walls pinch to shoulder width. Granite seems dull. Smaller eggs, no bigger than river stones, are fused into the cracks like barnacles. Interesting. The edge sideways. Floor is fractured and wet. Ahead, the passage opens into a steep corridor where warped timber sags on the roof. Beyond then, a broken stone arch leaks thicker fog from whatever lies below. So, we've come through this cave. It's been wide. Now it's really narrowing. We're walking through sideways. It's pretty uncomfortable. I don't want to smash the eggs in my back. But there again, I also want to go into that thicker fog. And let's... Why not? Why not? Head deeper. Through the broken stone arch into the thicker fog. I do have to wonder though, if I come across a creature big enough to lay these eggs. Well, you know what? No point overthinking it. Let's see what happens if we get there. You dug beneath the sagging timbers, boots scraping slick stone. The arch yawns, you step through. Mist swallows the lantern glow. Okay. So we're through and we can see this has become, well, it's called the Mist Well here. The air turns cold metallic, pulsing with a faint blue vein in the rock. This blue color is really coming throughout the mine here. I feel like it might be those crystals we're seeing, so it seems maybe a way to collect a lot of these crystals, in fact. Somewhere ahead, water drips in slow, deliberate beats. You stand in the lip of a wide cavern, fog waist deep. far side, lost in Delver. Okay. Okay, so walking into this mist is going to be pretty dangerous. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so here I'm not wanting to walk where I can't see the floor. So I'm thinking we're swinging this axe. We're gonna try clear the mist just in front of us. Go a little bit forward. Just play it safe. Play it safe. We swing the great axe, low wide arc. Nothing parts for long, but maybe enough to just go forward. That's what I'd love to see. Each footfall lands on uneven wet stone. Blue veins pulse brighter under the fog, and the metallic chill scrapes your throat with every breath. Okay. Let's collect some of these. By the sounds of it, they're getting brighter, so this might be higher quality crystal. Not quite sure. I find one of my favorite attacks as the barbarian when we just have a great axe is really wide swinging great axe attacks. Often I'll even try to fully spin in a circle, kind of like a whirlwind attack, right? That is one of my favorite attacks to do here. If we can make use of it, that will be useful. Crouch, freehand, nice. Pry 3 thumb size slivers free. Okay, we get this. Now let's move deeper into the fog. We have 2 eggs. We have some crystals. I reckon these eggs, just my feeling, I reckon we can barter them maybe for a gold apiece. Okay, what is that? What is that? Storm affected lava. You press on each stride. It climbs your face, then your belt. A sudden tug. Something coils around your left foot, weightless yet clinging. You wrench free. But the tug repeats stronger. A pale lava bursts upwards. These are the things in the eggs? Mist, skin splitting in. Life drains in a cold rush. Your knee buckles. So okay. Okay. So, mist, skin splitting on mouth. Okay, so they're latched to my calf. Okay. Slam down onto it. Okay, these are quite something. You drive the axe down. The blade meets only mist. The lava dissolves into a cold puff that swells back into the fog. The draining stops. Your calf is numb. Huh. Foghead still hides whatever ground or drop waits. Feeling... I wonder, so these creatures are... They don't seem to have a physical form? The blade meets only mist. The lava dissolves into a cold puff. Are they part of the mist? Is the mist the body? We might not... I'm not sure if an axe can deal with this. Stone stays level 3 paces, then Toby finds nothing. Abrupt lip. Crouch, hand breathing bang. Sheer step. At least your own height. I think we know where we're going. Oh. The right decision or not, different conversation. But the only way is down or back. Down it is. Down it is. Okay, how are we gonna deal with a mist-like creature when we just have a great axe? What's gonna be strong against mist? You know, something wind. So I like the kind of what I was doing with the axe to push back the mist, but it's not effective enough with an axe. Maybe if I were to come here with something prepped, we could get a lot of movement. You sit, plant axe across your lap, push off. 2 narrow shells flanking from the cleft. As a low wet hiss, steady, deliberate, something large sniffing beneath. Chest high fog now. 2 shells. Okay. No point beating around the bush here. See, I do worry that this larger creature, if they have the same form, I'm just racking my head, just idea how are we gonna beat something like that. Potentially we did beat it. You know, I guess there is the other point of it did dissolve. We didn't physically hit anything, but potentially it's dead. There's just a lot of unknowns in this place right now. This grows louder, coming from somewhere ahead and below. 3/4 paces, tilt slightly down, 2 steep to crouch. Maybe the problem is we're taking it too slow. Maybe we need the bit of energy. We're giving them time. Ready to jump in the air. Maybe just surprising these guys is going to be the play. I do want to be careful of those eggs in my back, but at the same time, there it is. You charge, boots skidding on the slick stone, the hiss rises to a snarl, you leap axe high, and the floor vanishes. You drop chest first into cold moving coils. Thing bucks, a whip smashes your rib, flings you sideways into the wall, breath gone, you roll, axe still in hand. A vast serpentine shape rears above the mist, blue glowing, pulsing along its length. It lunges, jaws of shadow and frost opening wide. It's a storm-affected lindworm. Okay, I see now. So we have lindworms. I've experienced and met a lindworm in the world. They're scary creatures. But this isn't any lindworm. This is a storm-affected lindworm. Now, those that know a bit about our lore and the story and Tidefall itself, the storm, in its very form, causes a lot of changes within creatures. In fact, you as the player, you are storm-touched, and we have the positive attributes that go along with that, which you'll learn across Tidefall. Of course, that essentially allows us to have a level of power and attain certain things that wouldn't be possible without other people fall into storm madness. And it seems here we even have creatures being affected by the storm in their own ways. So this is a storm-affected lindworm, and through all my thinking, I realize now as a half-orc barbarian, there's no point thinking. There's only swinging. So time to bring out the attack I talked about before. We take the axe, swing it. Maybe enough force and power just into this Lindworm. Maybe this will get us out of this situation. We twist, we let the great axe fly, we curve it. We're going, passing through the Lindworm's vaporous flesh like chopping smoke. It's not working. The creature's forms ripples. A hiss rises to a shriek. Freezing gust slams your chest, lifting you an inch off the ground. So we do injure it. So we don't quite get the experience of hitting it, but we are injuring it. Wounds. But it's also healing the wounds. It's also healing the wounds. Don't give in. I'm thinking worst case scenario here, cave in. Every time I'm within some kind of caves, quarry systems, mines, back of my head I'm always thinking, we could cave this in. In an emergency, we could cave this in. That's my backup plan. You snarl, the axe, Lindworm's head spears down to meet yours. Swing upwards, steel meets shadow. The impact jars your shoulder, the blade keeps going. So we cut it in half, but then it just comes back together, unharmed. Whiptail lashes your flank, hurling you to the wall. Stone grazes the Lindworm grows again, unbloodied, patient. Don't stop. Just keep swinging. We swing again and again. Nothing. Skin peels, blood splatters on the show. Another strike, another miss. Your lungs burn, arms heavy. The axe head clangs off the wall, sparks flying. Creature hovers untouched, waiting. It's time. It's time. Set down the axe. Let's see. I do wonder now. I typed it. What happens if it hits us? This is a little bit of a bit of a suicidal attack. This one. But in all honesty, I don't have many other options. You drop the axe, plant boots, swing it once, twice. Floor booms, cracks race. The Lindworm recoils. Okay, good, it doesn't like this. The ceiling does give. A slab the size of a wagon slams down, swallowing both you and the creature in the roaring dark. Did I do it? Slab the size of a wagon. Okay. We are also pinned, I guess. That does make sense. But did we kill it? It drifts half phase through the falling stone. Jaws open. It is hurt. It is hurt. Okay. Okay, now this is a bad situation. But it's good. It can be injured by this. But we're also trapped. Pinned beneath a Nethic slab. Left arm knob. Are any of my arms free? Am I fully pinned beneath this slab? Right arm is free to the shoulder. Fingers still grip the axe. Blade. Okay. You can twist your torso a little, but the slab across your chest locks hips and legs. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see if I'm strong enough to push this off me. Wedge the axe upward. Hook form and grinds. Veins stand out of your neck. The slab lifts fingers, then grinds back, heavier than before. Dust in your face, sharp echoes inside your chest. Something gives. The lindworm's mist drifts closer, drawn by the heat of your struggle. Oh no. This might be it. This might be it for Grell. This does not sound great. Keep trying. It's my only chance. What else can I do? I brought this on myself. Keep trying. Brace again. Teeth bared and heave. Slab. Push another. Axe half cracks. Splinters. The weight slams back. The rib punches inwards. Warm blood pools under your shirt. Beneath comes in wet. The lindworm coils slide across your cheek. Cold as grave ice. Drinking warmth. Vision tunnels. Okay, okay. Hold up. What can I do? What can I do? Is there anything I can do here? I'm trapped beneath a big slab that I've pushed on myself. I have a lindworm on my cheek. Okay. Maybe. Reach around with my right arm and pull out the 2 eggs. I have these eggs. I have these eggs. I have these eggs. This could be the difference maker. Hold them up at the lindworm. Maybe we won't be attacked. Maybe if we have the eggs, threat. Like I could kill the eggs. I could break them. This could be a great ending here. And then we get the lindworm to move the rock. Halts inches away. 1 egg slips, cracks. What do you mean 1 egg slips? Okay, so I've just broken 1 of the eggs in front of the lindworm. That's not okay. We still have 1 though. We still have 1. We still have 1. Hold. Okay, maybe. I'm thinking here, we've got egg in hand. Keep the lindworm at bay. Just slowly push this slab back. Just get us free. Ease the slabs a hair's breadth. Okay, it's working. It is working. Keep it going. Push. slowly, let's get out of here. And honestly, let's just not fight the thing. Let's just leave the cave. Oh, I just read. The egg slips, rolls across your chest, stops unbroken. But the weight crashes back. We're not getting it out. We're not getting out. This is a really tough situation to be in right now. The worst part is I put myself in this situation. I knew I was risking my life when I was caving in. I think I have one more last ditch effort. Eat the egg. Crack it and consume the egg. Maybe there's some world. Give us the strength. Give us the power. Give us the ability to speak to the mother limworm. Anything. Cold slides down your throat, pulling like lead for a heartbeat. The limworm's mystery calls swelling higher, then your gut cramps, sharp, twisting. Veins of icy pain cruise outward from your stomach, up your neck. Behind your storm-flicked eye, the limworm glows brighter, coils towering towards your face as the cavern. Now push. One final turn. Slab lifts, grinds, and lurches sideways. Your crushed arms flies free, mangled and numb. Your chest is clear. Cold air floods your lungs. Blood drips from your lips onto the stone. Limworm nest hovers above. It's readying to strike, but I'm out. If I can get out of this cave, that will be unbelievable. Left arm's useless now. Behind the cavern, no exit visible yet. Oh, we gotta look for the exit as well whilst this is happening. Scan around the cave. I think if I'm coming back here to fight this guy, I need something, some way. I need the information. Realistically, I did no information gathering. We need to gather information. What is this thing's weakness? No, the opening shirts. Okay, so it's between me and the exit. Just run. Just run. I think speed is here. It seems that it's a creature that is thinking a lot. It's not attacking. There's some creatures which will just attack. This one is taking its time. And one lashes outwards. A coil clips your shoulder. Pain spikes. Momentum carries you past. Fog swallows. Then broken arse looms. A jagged mouth. Okay. I think somehow... Maybe we just... Maybe we have a little parting gift here. Left arm flapping. No, our left arm is truly gone here. Smash all the eggs. It's got to be done. We can't have more of these things around. Just smash the eggs and then we'll leave. Now, I didn't come in here with any specific... Okay, they spawned. You slam the axe down nearest cluster shells. These things come out of the eggs when I smash them. Lindworm's hiss rise to a shriek. Oh, the lindworm is chasing me. I guess I should have considered that. In my head, I thought it would stay in its chamber. But considering what I just did, that makes sense. That makes sense. Swing. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. So yeah, as I was saying, we haven't come in here with a specific task, right? So, unlike some of these other, reasons, and you don't always need a reason to enter areas, of course. Maybe you were just walking past, you discover this location, and you decide to go in. But realistically, when it comes down to it, having a task to do and complete is a good thing, because, I mean, these areas can go on for a while. And if you just walk in for no reason, I guess, gathering those eggs, that would have been some money. But right now, we've come into this place, we've fought the boss, we've basically just shattered our whole body, and we've been left with nothing. And I think, at this point, I'm going to end up leaving in... Honestly, I was trying to keep these little playthroughs relatively short. I thought maybe a 10-15 minute playthrough would be really good, show off what we have. I was a little bit too into this one, so I gotta apologize. This has been a really long playthrough. I hope you've enjoyed it. I was very surprised what I saw in here, and I guess, of course, to all of you out there, when you jump in the game, a lot of experiences are going to be like this. My only recommendation is, prepare and take your time. And maybe don't cave in a cave when you're in there. That was probably my biggest error in this one. But to all of you out there, I will go and finish this up myself by running away, essentially. And thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do join our Discord. I'll put an announcement up there when we have the date of our next playtest, but expect that to be in the coming month or so. So really soon, of course, I'm on there as well. Same with the devs. Any questions, response, feedback, anything you want to know, just come and let us know or ask the questions. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Teddy, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.